can a woman raise a man? Before you answer that, you think about how many single women that are out there doing a great job raising men, doing a great job raising men.
Based off my experience, it's possible.
Yep.
A lot of women are forced into that roles
Yep.
when that man choose not to step up to the plate or their relationship don't work out.
I absolutely think a woman can raise a man to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Dealing with this real world, putting this family on your back type stuff, it's very hard for a woman to be able to explain that to a man. And I think women can do it, but I think it's a lot harder for a woman to do it than a man. All right, welcome to another episode of That's a Good Podcast. I'm your host. My name is Marcus Sullivan. You can find me on Instagram at Marcus Sullivan Live.
Yay, 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 yay. And I'm your co-host, Ty Sullivan. You can find me on Ty Sullivan Live. Guys, just a quick reminder, do not forget to follow That's a Good Podcast, right? We are out here literally doing our show at Grand Imaging Studios, some of the deepest and most deepest great podcast studios in Houston, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
if you've been watching some of the episodes, we try to shoot them on different
sets
and different studio sets. So man, come by, check it out at Grand Imaging.
I want to be transparent with them. Can I be transparent with them? So y'all, we were supposed to shoot on a whole nother set tonight, and then we literally decided to just do this one again. So you are seeing this one for the second time. We were being lazy. We kind of didn't want to change sets tonight. So we was just like, you know what? Look, we got on our hoodies. It's cold outside in Houston, so we just gonna chill, and we just gonna jump on this set right here.
All right, so this episode we wanted to call it His and Hers.
His and Hers.
And actually, on the way over here, we was talking about what are we going to talk about? People are always sending us messages, and feel free to send us comments on what to talk about. I think we got one of those episodes coming up called Love After
a Divorce.
After Divorce. That's gonna be a really...
So I wanted to say, babe, that's so good you brought that up. Guys, please, if y'all got an idea of things that you would want to talk about, that you kind of scared, maybe you think that spouse would want to talk about with you, leave us a comment. Tell us something that you guys actually would want to hear us talk about. Majority of the time, we're just sharing with a good friend of ours, my homegirl Afton. We was just telling her that we don't think about too much the topics we're going to talk about. We kind of just go in there and just talk, you know, whatever God leads us to talk about.
All right, so God has led us to talk about His
and Hers.
Now, let me tell y'all, this is where it comes from.
Y'all.
Who's more messy?
Men, I told you that in the last episode. Men are, it's sometimes it could be a blend.
Yeah.
It just depends on who that person is.
Yeah.
And who the crowd you're around. Because you have some women that are stupid messy. Let me tell you how you know they messy. When they be like, girl, let me tell you. Or the dudes be like,
oh, no. See, what? I wasn't talking about messy as in mess. I'm talking about dirty messy.
Oh, you going on that way. So, he want to take it there.
Yeah, I'm talking about messy like that. Okay. So yes, I can believe men could be more messy in the sense of messy. But when you start talking about the cleanup messy, right?
Oh,
this is why I said his or hers. When you think about your home bathroom, there's a his and there's a hers, and it's his side of the closet, her side of the closet.
Now let me say this: we know that majority of the women is going to say that his side is much messy. Let me tell you, see, men are only going to say things about us when we're getting our hair done or when we're doing our makeup or when we're getting dressed. But majority of the times, if we're not doing makeup and it's just a regular day in the house, bruh, y'all leave shoes on the floor, clothes on the side of the bed. Sounds familiar? Listen, leave clothes all over in the bathroom.
Why you trying to out-talk the conversation?
Okay,
as soon as I started saying that, you're going to say, majority of the women...
They're going to agree.
Majority of the women are messier. And you're going to try to say...
Messier as in mess talking, but messier as in cleaning? No, they're not that messy.
So... take the typical his or her bathroom. I wish I could cut. And put.
And listen, go show just a quick clip of whose house, how your house look.
Listen.
His side look better or yours or hers.
Y'all.
Okay.
Makeup.
Okay.
A makeup bag.
All right. Go ahead.
Hair equipment.
I
said
hair
equipment. Yeah, the curling iron. The sting. What do y'all call it?
Now I'm not gonna lie. I be getting ready for church, and that bathroom be smoked out because I be trying to flat iron my hair, bruh.
Wait.
My kids.
Wait.
The kids.
No. Wait. What is up with the smell? What's that? When you do your hair?
Sometimes that's the chemicals that we put in our hair that may cause the fizz and look. So one of our sons walked in there. He said, "Mom, something's burning," and I said, "It's my hair."
Yeah, I got it. No, but
flat iron that natural hair gotta blend with our tracks and our styles and everything else we put in our head.
So you got your makeup bag, you got your hair bag,
different types of makeup bags.
Okay, yeah, right.
Okay,
and then you got the perfume, you got not cologne, you got the perfume, you got the face wash,
we got all that.
You got the toothpaste, you got the
now
toothbrush.
Let's talk about what y'all got.
Hold on, I'm not finished.
Okay.
You got 4 outfits laid out.
That's not even on the bathroom countertop.
At our,
no, it's not. Oh
at our house, you got the outfits laid out. You got different color heels.
Okay.
You got.
I'm gonna tell y'all why he's saying that. I'm gonna tell y'all why he's saying that. Oh my God, that's so you. That's so you. Let me tell you why he's saying that. So this one particular starry night, right? I literally, y'all, went into the bathroom. I cleaned my side so nice and neat. I had the sink shining. My mirror was clean. We do have a his and her side in the bathroom. And so I just finished organizing my stuff neat and clean on his side. Bruh had hair from shaving on his side. He had water bottles everywhere. He had his brush for his beard, his comb for his beard. Now, mind you, he got dreads. He had oil spray. He got a whole... So I said, you know what? Tonight, I'm not going to clean his side. I want him to see how messy his side is and how clean my side be.
What I do?
Wait a minute. I walked out, y'all. Went into the kitchen, went do whoop, whatever. I came back in there. This dude took my heel. He put it on the counter. He went, no. He went clean his side first. And then he came back and he put my heel in the sink. He spread my makeup out. He put bottles in it. I walked in there. I said, what happened? I said, oh, I see what you're doing. I told you your side is messy.
I took a picture for the first time you tried to call me out.
Oh, my God.
It's going to the gram.
So soon as I try to tell him that his side is way much dirtier than mine, he gonna take the picture and say, look how dirty you left your side. I'm like, bruh, I know you ain't going there.
All right, so we talking about his, hers. I could go closet, right?
Okay.
But I kind of want to go a little bit deeper on the his and hers topic. Is there a his chore and a her chore in a typical house?
Not really. I would say, here's the thing. A lot of men, not all the time, and it's all about how that woman nourish her home and how she schedules everything, right? And what I mean by that is you have some women that'll lay the foundation where, hey, I want the kids to do chores just here, and here, and I'm going to do this, and this. And then you got some parents or some moms that's like, no, these kids going to do chores and they're going to do this, and this. Now, for his and hers, you made that some husbands become so accustomed to a wife doing everything.
It's true.
Right?
This is true.
To where it's hard for them to just step up because they feel like, man, she got her little thing going on. Let me just get out the way, right? But then a lot of times you have those husbands that see that woman just as busy as them. So some of them are naturally just step up and take care of those responsibilities. Absolutely. And I want to encourage men to do that. Like, yes, your wife may seem like superwoman to you, but y'all, there are times where she wants a break and she ain't gonna tell you because she knows that you guys already set the expectation high for her to go grocery shop, for her to clean the house, for her to have daddy, I call him daddy, for her to have her man's food ready and all that. And so knowing that a wife who loves to do that, it's not that it's an issue, but it does not necessarily mean that she doesn't want a break. So even if it's just once a week, men, I promise you that woman will adore you and appreciate the fact that you are doing this for her.
Okay.
So
Yeah. There you go. I was gonna say that's all cool, but you know how like people might say they want their woman in the kitchen and the guy is supposed to cut the grass, right? Whose job is it to do it?
Well, I think about that couple we actually talked about, right? And that couple that was actually saying, I think the guy had told you that, hey, you know, my wife likes to cut the grass. My husband, as the husband, I like to help out and clean the chores and do the things in the chores. So it really just depends on how that couple decides to lay the foundation of their house and how they really decide to help each other out. All that's just based on their own foundation that they're building.
As a married,
it's not no set rules that it has to be that way.
As a married woman, are there chores that now that you're married that you're not doing? Let me give you an example. So, fellas, somebody's gonna love this example. Since we got married, I tried to make a vow that my wife no longer goes to the gas station anymore, right? Not just because she's pumping gas, but I mean, it's so much, y'all know, it's so much stuff that that can happen.
Appreciate that about him.
That can happen. I know I'm gonna get a lot of props for that, right? But no, so like Sunday nights, fill up. Wednesday nights, we should be back on half. We fill back up again. Boom. And so I try to take care of that. But I'm asking you, as a now married woman, are there chores that that's husband work, right? And I'm gonna be honest. Now I just said something good. I'm about to get tore up from when I say this, right? Listen.
Wait a minute.
Listen. I ain't doing no dishes. Not happening.
Well, there's been times where you have helped me with dishes. Y'all, it's so funny because he came here smiling, and I don't know what he was doing. I really don't know what he was doing, but I was just applauding him for the little things that he was doing. And I'm gonna say this, ladies, the small things count. Even if they just pick up a few things off the floor, appreciate him for that, adore him for that. Don't let it go unnoticed, or don't have that attitude, because I'm guilty of it. But before, I don't do it anymore. But don't have that attitude like, yeah, you picked this up, but you didn't take the trash out. Come on.
But the question.
Yeah.
Are there chores now that
I don't do?
Yeah, because like I can clearly say now as a married man,
the gas is one of the things that I know
you ain't put no gas in your car no more.
Do. Yeah, I still put it. Like if I know your schedule is super busy, then I'll do it. But I look forward to you doing it now because I know that that's your thing, and I respect the fact that you made that your thing and a priority to take care of on my behalf. Because me,
what about you?
Listen, I'm gonna just keep driving, and I'm bad. Listen, gas need to be done.
Right. So folding clothes. That's what both of us think.
That's a both of us thing.
All right. Is there a chore as a married woman you be like, yeah, that's bae job? Because I mean, like I said, I'm about to get tore up, but I go.
You say that for other things for me.
Let me tell you why I said it.
I mean, cooking, y'all. If I haven't cooked, he'll be like,
yeah. See, that's so.
Yeah, act like he's starving.
So let me say the devil.
I'll just be like, if you just don't go
let me say the devil.
A hot pocket or a pot pie in that microwave, today is just not the day. Go put a pot pie in that microwave.
So I'm gonna say the devil. The reason I ain't doing no dishes. Because I ain't doing no cooking. I didn't make the dishes.
But you use majority of the dishes.
Yo, he who makes the dishes does the dishes.
Okay, for an example, when I bring you your rise coffee in the morning, I go take my cup polite. I didn't made the coffee. I didn't did all that.
Hey.
Why is your cup still sitting there at night? Why you just didn't bring that?
He who makes the dishes.
Wait a minute. Here's the reason why I haven't brought it in there. Because by the time you're done, you drink your coffee so slow. By the time you're done, I'm getting ready to leave out the house.
Yeah.
So I don't have time to come back and get it. Why you just can't take that cup and go put it in the sink?
I just say the devil. Is there a chore in the house?
No, because I answered that already. I've been answered that.
You do it. You open for any chores.
You know that already.
I was
I'll be
asking.
outside doing the yard
Yeah,
work if I
yeah,
have
you
to
will.
because I like for my yard to look a certain way. I like for my house to look a certain way. It's part of that nourishing.
Let me ask you, because okay, I think a lot of that comes from the way a lot of us, especially in our culture, have grown up, right?
Yes.
In our culture, if mothers, fathers, if you got kids, in my house, the boys took out the trash, the boys cut the grass,
Yes.
the girls folded the clothes, the girls did the kitchen.
Not in my house. Listen, I partially grew up in Memphis and partially grew up in Louisiana. Listen, not in my house. We had to learn to do it all. We had to learn how to cut the grass. We had to learn. My dad and them taught us everything around the track. And I get it now because for the moments that I was a single mom, if I wouldn't have learned all those things around every realm, how would I be able to teach my kids that I'm able to teach them now? Like my boys, my daughters, how am I able to teach that? Yes, I can't teach my sons everything that a man would be able to teach them, but for the things that I have learned that my dad taught me, I was able to show them that.
Let's flip the script on that. I love the transition in that. We're still talking about his or hers right here on That's a Good Podcast. Yes. A final subject when we're talking about that. Mm-hmm. Can a woman raise a man? Because before you answer that, you think about how many single women that are out there doing a great job raising men, doing a great job raising men. Can a woman raise a man?
I would say yes, if she's fully dependent on God to lead her and guide her. Because here's the thing. I love the fact that the scripture says, God says, I'm a father to the fatherless, right? And I'm not saying every woman is there, but I'm saying based off my experience, it's possible, right? Secondly, a lot of women are forced into their roles when that man choose not to step up to the plate or their relationship don't work out and they choose to go elsewhere, whatever the reason may be. Here's the blessing in there. Majority of the time, women know whether that man is there or not, I'm going to take care of my kids, right? And so when it comes down to her, like for me and all my sons, with us together, we have 5 sons, but I also have an oldest son. He's 21 now. And I step back and I look at all my sons and I'm like, regardless, I'm going to teach them everything that I can possibly teach them. And the things that I don't know that I have to learn for me, I pray about it. I ask God to show me what to pour into them that I know I don't have the capabilities that a man would have to pour into them.
All right. Flipping that script real quick.
Vice versa, though.
Thank you. Ask the question.
Vice versa. If a man had to take care of his daughters, right? And that mother figure, because the mom passed away, example, if you don't mind me using this example, I lost my sister 2.5 years ago, almost 3, about 3, I'm sorry. And he's left with the kids by himself and 2 of them are girls. And one of them is their first son, and so he's in a position right now where he has to take care of his kids because his fiance died. So the question is, can a man take care of their daughter or pour things into them?
I didn't say take care, raise.
Raise.
Yes, I absolutely think a woman can raise a man to a certain extent. Yeah. Right?
That's good.
And I do think a man can raise a woman to a certain extent. I do feel like a man raising his daughter grow up to be a queen may be easier than a woman trying to raise a man. And let me tell you why. A man can instill all the things in his daughter that'll get her through life, can give her the toughness, can give her the love, can show her what a man can do, right? Can show her how to provide for herself, show her how to get up and go get it, right? Show her how to be vulnerable, show her how to be soft, show her, right?
Yeah.
Right? And so I think that might be easier than what women have to go through trying to raise a man. Let me finish.
I'm going to let you finish.
And I'm going to tell you why I think that's it. My role in raising a daughter would be more easy than your role raising a man. And that's why I always say my queens are super women, right? Because you do have a softer side. And that is easier bringing out in a man when a woman raises it. But man, the things that a man has to go through in the world, right? It's very hard for a woman to be able to explain that to a man, right? I'm not saying it's impossible. This is why I'm shouting out to the queens, right? But little things. Teaching the guy how to put on a condom. Teaching the guy how to tie a tie.
The little things like that.
Yeah, a woman can do that, right? But dealing with this real world, putting this family on your back type stuff, he gonna learn that in them streets. He gonna learn that from his partners. He gonna learn, and I think women can do it, but I think it's a lot harder for a woman to do it than a man.
Majority of the times when a woman is trying to teach her son, she's gonna tell him things based off what she experienced with a man, right? She's going to tell him things based off from what she's learned or may have seen from her own dad.
Yep.
She's going to tell him things from what she know it looks like on how to groom him. I always think about Proverbs 31. And for most people, God was sending me there. Proverbs 31 is a conversation with a mother, right, who's a queen, who's having a conversation with her son, who is a king. And she's teaching him in that moment the type of woman to look for, right? But it's so much things that she point out that shows the value and the wisdom that she has to grace him to know that if I am to look for this type of woman, even in the midst of that teaches me the type of man that I'm supposed to be, right? So in order for you to lead that woman and to find that woman of God, what does that tell you? You have to understand that your relationship has to be established with God so that he can show you the things that your mom wasn't able to show you. So our wisdom and understanding, truth be told, comes from the Lord. Whether people choose to seek wisdom and understanding from others and elsewhere, you know, in the world. But if we were to really put the real things that we're supposed to learn from in life, which is supposed to be from God, right? And here's the thing. Everyone don't come from that type of background.
Big facts.
However, nobody can say that they're leaving this earth without the opportunity to come to know God and learn those things because he presents everybody with that opportunity.
I love it. Great conversation today.
Very good conversation. Ooh.
Hey, listen, drop down in those comments, man. We talked about a few different things, man. Who's messier, right? Is there chores that a married woman or a married man can't do? And can a woman raise a man? Can a man raise a woman?
Yeah.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
Make sure you follow us on that Instagram.
Yes.
At That's a Good Podcast. We'll be bringing back. And make sure you hit the, how you say that YouTube-y stuff?
Yeah. Listen, everything is under That's a Good Podcast. Literally put together as in one word. Guys, this is a new podcast for us and a new podcast journey. But just remember, go to YouTube, follow us on YouTube, hit the like and the subscribe. Share it with others. Check those episodes out that we're uploading. Also, check us out on TikTok at That's a Good Podcast. And as well as on IG, That's a Good Podcast. Y'all, please share it with others. Peace.
We out. The next episode coming.